around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we... But never mind.
I just finished a commission in the That's when I saw you two all the way over there. Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. Bumping into you like, hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going-away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was. I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea. Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
Sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines! The sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we... What do you think? gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more we can... So... To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Curatrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Huh. I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right.
Huh. First time. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon.
Yeah.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for? Maybe something's the matter. to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And though I can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now he would skip and jump, but now the water it won't be.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers.
nice to meet you. We were just talking with your sister.
Nice.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too.
Seems you were right, Paimon.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs...
Oh, that... Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that... Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a hint?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in. I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know it?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration! If you don't have As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaning. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hyde.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe? Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't you had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and...
Whoa, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps...
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. Wait, does this mean they're the
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see...
Oh, I've got to...
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers, you may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between my...
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is up.
Oh, yeah, she's right.
On Aranias, criminal...
You see.
Right.
Why do you care so... Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh, we have... According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of that.
Oh.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then...
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! Finally...
Great magician.
So, with such an audience gathered...
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey! When did Linny do that?
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the Traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic?
Huh.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist.
Performance? You see all...
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance.
Unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation. So...
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway...
It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious...
But isn't...
When there are no public trials being held, and speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help...
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that, I'm not sure exactly. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in
If even the...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But In the last few years, the water...
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a... We hope that at least as a magic...
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like...
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. Now, if...
So you're the blonde... Oh, thanks.
I don't... Life is all about...
You should...
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that...
What's this?
What?
No, the story said it's time. So,
Oh.
all right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily...
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, yes, but that will...
Is there anything else?
Yes, one...
So, you wanna...
Oh, that would...
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers. Would you care to sit? If you ever have any questions... Would you care to sit... If you ever have any questions... Hello. Thanks to you. Oh, as long as there's your home far exceeds my needs. Oh, I'd feel guilty, but I greatly appreciate... Hello. Thanks to you, my research is most of my time, if an experiment, I don't know much, and, I don't really like to go out and socialize much. Oh, if it's with... No. Hearing you say that, I guess...
Right on cue. I was just one... Even if it were to... And yet here I... Naturally. Not to mention... Well, I can read at my leisure here. For... Shh! I wouldn't dream of neglecting any of that. But please, don't let anyone else hear you talking about it. My father and brother are always ready to give me another earful.
I was just coming up with a new dish. Don't worry, nothing too strange. I want to go adventuring with you. Taste testing is all part of the adventure. I want to go adventure. Oh, the more I consider it, you seem very quiet. I won't add any. Also, and if I encounter any serious enemies, you scared the heck out of me. Awesome. Anyway, I'll make sure to keep working anything.
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my retainers' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yes, this was a fine idea. Ah. Ah. Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in. I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to Ah.
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Reeling them in. Ah. sure I've forgotten something.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
Be still.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the Court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the Court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run. All right, let's go.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away. Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
I have to stifle a smile.